Hello everybody, happy Monday evening. My name is Marianne, I'm at Once a Duckling and yeah, great to see you. It's been another week, so I'm ready for another project. As the title said, Christmas in November. I've really started doing some of my Christmas decorations. Just get rid of my notification. Hi Harriet, I see you're logged on. Thank you so much for joining me. Christmas decorations are in full flow here in our household. I've done the lounge, most of the lounge, the kitchen, but there's always room for more. So I know it's a bit early, but for you to be able to get some of the stuff, if you did want to try some of these projects and go out and get all the things. Besides, I'm really ready for Christmas. It's kind of everywhere. So I've got a couple of bits to hand. If I'm honest, I had about 3 or 4 different options of what I was going to do until about 5 minutes ago. I didn't know which one I was going to choose. So I've gone for a little project. It's very, very simple to do. And yeah, it doesn't cost a lot either, which is always a good thing. So you've seen me use a picture frame like this before. I used it for when we did the pumpkin slices, sort of the cork slices. We made a little pumpkin frame, and I really like this picture frame. It doesn't cost a lot. I think I paid about £3.50 for it. I bought it in the range, but this is a brand new one, so I've gone for a new one. The other one is up in the loft until next year. But I really like the design of this one because it's just very, very neutral and it kind of fits in anywhere in the house where I want to sort of have it. A couple of people have hopped on. Hi Michelle, nice to see you here. I see Chris is watching, Natalie's watching. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. And I hope everyone is keeping well and keeping safe and keeping dry. We've had some really lovely days here. I don't know, I put it on my stories on, I can't even remember when it was now, Saturday I think. We went for a walk down the seafront and we were so lucky because the tide was out and you can walk out quite a bit with the dogs. And we took our shoes off, and we just walked in the water, like paddling in the water, and it was lovely. It was like a summer's day. It was really nice. So yeah, lots of people down the seafront enjoying themselves, and I'm just hoping during the lockdown, at least, if we can have a little bit of nice weather, wouldn't that be amazing? At least we can go out and enjoy ourselves outside. So picture frames from the range, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop the glass out. We're not going to use the glass. I'm just going to pop that out. We're going to do a couple of bits with it. For those of you who just hopped on, if you can do me a favour, I know I've said it in previous videos, if you can sprinkle the video for me and let others know as well, so they can come and join us on my page and come and join in some of the projects that we've got lined up, especially Christmas time. Let's get a knife. I'm struggling to get the back of the picture frame out. That's always the way. Yeah, with Christmas, got a couple of projects lined up. I won't do all Christmas projects. There's probably going to be a couple of just normal household projects mixed in as well. I've spent actually most of the day putting IKEA furniture together. We started decorating our bedroom quite a long time ago, and we just not got round to finishing it off. So we had some furniture delivered, and good old IKEA to the rescue. I don't mind it actually. I quite enjoy putting it together. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go with the frame. I've taken the glass out, so I'm just going to put that to one side safely somewhere. And that's what we're going to rock with. So I've got the backing of it, and that's what I'm going to be covering. So basically, I want to make a picture frame with some little Christmas baubles. I bought these, I'm sure I bought these in a range. I was trying to rack my brain. They were £2.99. And they're like little miniature baubles, and I really like them. Not a lot of money, and I can't remember how many in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 49 in the box, something like that. So yeah, lots of little baubles that we're going to be using. Let's have a look. See, Yvonne is watching, Linda's watching, Chantilly has joined us, Maxine, Joanne. Thank you so much, guys, for hopping on. Next thing I'm going to use, I bought this one in the works, and for £3, this is absolutely amazing. I have seen these, and they charge you an absolute fortune. It's double-sided paper, Christmas paper, and I've seen these online easily for £9.99, something like that. So they normally cost quite a lot of money, and the works are selling them for £3, and you can do so many things with it, whether you're making cards or whether you're making Christmas projects, stuff like that. It's so versatile. It's called Traditional Christmas Design Pad, and I really suggest you have a look at it. It's brilliant. It's got a lot of variety of different sort of patterns. And because I'm going to be using the little baubles to kind of make a little bit of a Christmas tree, I don't want the pattern on the back to be too hectic. So I was having a bit of a nose, and I think I might go with something a little bit neutral, depending where you want it as well. I mean, I quite like, I know I say not too hectic, it's not too dark. I quite like that one. Well, it's seen some, yeah, I think I might just go with this one, because I want it to be contrasting with the frame, but I also want the little baubles to stand out as well. So I'm going to go with this. Got this little pattern here, which is like all the sort of the branches on there. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the back of this, and I'm just going to trace it, because I'm going to glue that on there. So who started their Christmas decorations? I know some of you have started, because I know some of you have shared online photos of some of your trees and things like that. So I know I'm not the only one who's completely mad and has got all her trees up already. I just figured, you know what, 2020, it's been such a funny year, why not? And this way I get a lot longer to enjoy it. So let me know what you've been up to, where you're watching from, if everyone is keeping well. So what I've done is just trace that. I've just traced the backing of it, and I'm just going to cut it out, and I'm going to be gluing that on there, and then I'm going to take it from there. The only thing I find with getting the Christmas decorations, I don't know about you guys, I've got quite a lot of stuff, and we normally obviously keep it in the loft, take it down, and it is such a mess, because you're taking stuff down, you're putting stuff up. I always get in a pickle, and there is so much rubbish around. And for some reason as well, I always sort of get to the stage where I tend to use the same type of decorations, and the other decorations I keep putting up in the loft and think, oh, you know what, I'll use it next year. But you never do. You tend to kind of stick with your favourites. So I'm forever sort of, you know, putting it back up there, and then thinking the next year, why did I put it back up there? Because I'm not going to use it, and I'm always buying new stuff. I'm always buying new things as well, because every year there's something different that I really, really like. So I've just cut that to size, and what I'm going to do is to use some Mod Podge just to stick that on there. Yeah, because I'm just going to be keeping it for next year. If you wanted to change it round, you might want to just do it as a, I don't know, with some double-sided tape or something that you can take it off again. But I'm just going to keep it for next year, and be another thing to add to it. That's the thing I'm always adding. Even just before I came on, I've got a little tray behind me, and I bought a little ornament, and I'm just always trying to find place to just add a couple of bits here and there. So what I'm doing next, I've got my Mod Podge and just a simple brush, and I'm just going to just cover that in Mod Podge so I can stick on the backing. And I think it's fun sort of making your own decorations as well. I mean, there is so much stuff you can buy now, and I tell you, the Home Bargains, the Range, Pound World or Poundland, what is it, Pound Store? They've got some amazing things as well. As you know, I love the Range, I'm always in there, but Home Bargains have got some really, really nice things. And I'm sure there's lots of little local shops. I said before that we've got the factory shop here, and it's store, I know they've got 3 in Essex, and I'm sure you've got some similar stores that are local to you that we haven't got here, that you know where you can get some of your bargains. I was a bit disappointed though, last year they had some just some plain wreaths that I bought, and last year they were only something like $3.99, and I thought this year I'll snap up some, but they didn't have them. They had some, but they were like, I don't know, £15, which I thought was quite a lot of money before you even start just for a plain wreath. So I left them. I don't know whether they're still going to get some in. It might be because of lockdown that they haven't had a delivery or anything like that. But yeah, making your own wreath I think is always a a nice thing to do. We went to a garden centre last year, and don't get me wrong, it's amazing, amazing garden centre. It's absolutely lovely. I was looking back on photos, and there was a wreath that was advertised. I had in the store £200. And don't get me wrong, it was stunning. It was really, really lovely. But I'm sure with a little bit of sort of, you know, imagination and some of the things that you can buy in some of the cheaper stores, you can make one of your own. So, not saying those type of wreaths. I have got a wreath in mind that I'm definitely going to be doing on a live, which would be a lot of fun. I made a similar one last year and I really, really liked it. So I hope that this year, the one that I've got in mind is going to turn out as nice. So I've just covered that in Mod Podge, and I'm just going to stick this down. And the aim is to try and get it without any bubbles, if at all possible. So kind of just start from one end. I hope you guys can see this, and just lower it down, and just with your hand just flatten it on there and just stick it down. See, Christine has joined us. Romik, I hope I'm saying that right. Romik, Cassie has joined us as well. And for those of you who are just hopping on, all I've bought is a very, very simple plain picture frame. I just really like the detail on here. And of course you don't have to keep it white. If you wanted to have it in Christmassy colours, you could take some red paint to it, you can paint it green, you can spray paint it gold, you can do anything you like with it. But for £3.50, I think this is a really, really nice frame. It's 8 by 10 inches and it's just nice. It's just like a traditional sort of style. It's chunky. Of course you can just take a picture frame that you might have in the loft. I know when I did my Halloween one, you know that I had an old picture frame that we still had upstairs, and you can just give that a little bit of a spruce up. So I've just stuck that to the back, so that's all there is to that one. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back in here and hope that I haven't cut it too big. I'm just going to pop that back in the back. So I'm not going to put the glass back in because I'm going to be using the Christmas baubles to kind of layer kind of like a 3D effect picture, I suppose. So the glass won't fit over the top of it. So I might use the glass for something else. That's the thing, I'm using all these frames. I've got all this glass left everywhere. So that's what I've got. Looks like one of those 3D pictures that you've got to sort of, you know, do your eyes all weird. But it's just kind of like the branches from the Christmas trees is the pattern that I've gone for, because I didn't want to have it too hectic on the back, what with the baubles and everything as well. So let me get rid of my Mod Podge and make a bit of space. Hi Lorraine, I see Sparky Clarky, my friend, is watching, and see Julia's hopped on, and I see Gail has just joined us as well. So thank you so much for joining, and as I said at the beginning of the video, if you can do me a favour and sprinkle the video. Facebook doesn't like me saying the other words, so if other people can find me as well, that would be absolutely amazing, because then my page can grow and more people can see it, which would be really, really lovely. So I've gone for these tiny little miniature Christmas baubles. They're really, really cute. And the idea what I want to do is I'm going to create a row of 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1 at the top. Bit like if you saw my post when we did the pumpkin slices, the cork slices, we kind of build in like a little bit of a picture. So I'm going to mix and match the little baubles that we've got. I'm hoping that it's going to look nice having them all in different colours. I was going to go for all red, but I don't know, I saw this box and I thought, you know what, we're going to try it with that. So what I'm going to do, just with some super glue, I'm going to add a small dollop of glue on the back here, and I'm just going to press that down over here. Now what I should have done really is I should have started in the middle, because then I know I'm in the centre. So actually I'm going to take this off and I'm going to restart that, and I'm going to start from the middle. Because it's going to be 5, I want to make sure that I've got the right spacing. So ignore what I did. Do as I say, not as I do. So that's your starting point. You're kind of starting in the middle. And I know I've said it before, people logging on halfway thinking, lovely, that's the picture frame with one bauble stuck to it. That's just absolutely amazing. But we're going to just layer it up. So I'm just going to randomly just grab these little baubles. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I had problems placing my phone for some reason didn't want to play ball, so I had a bit of an issue getting the lighting and everything right. So I'm just going to glue the baubles next to each other, and we're kind of going to create a little bit of a Christmas tree. And it's just a bit of a fun project. You can hang up the picture frame, you can have it sort of, you know, on your fireplace, or I'm still going to have to find a place of where I want to put mine. I did have a quick look in the lounge. I think I found a place for it, but as I said before, I'm always adding stuff, so I'm sure I'll find a place for it. And it's just a case of just adding some hot glue and just gluing it down. Going for a sparkly one. Now, I hope the sparkly ones stick down. I've had problems with these before, so this could be fun. Just as well, for those of you who saw my live a couple of weeks ago when we had dogs barking, we might have a similar scenario tonight. Just to warn you, it might be chaos. My son has popped out for a walk, and I don't know whether he's got his keys with me, so there might be dogs barking, just so you know, just in case there's any drama. Probably underestimating him. He's probably taken his keys. I'm sure he will have done. So what we've done is we've got a row of the 5 little Christmas baubles, and I think that actually looks really nice with the backing of that paper. I didn't want to go too dark because then you're kind of losing the effect of having the baubles on there. Hi Diane, how are you? I hope everyone's okay. Oh, let's have a look. What you've been up to? A lot of people, I suppose, on furlough again, maybe, and I know a lot of people obviously still working from home. We're very lucky actually. We've got like an office set up at home, so we're very lucky that we can work from home. I think where I would have been before in the NHS, I wouldn't have had that luxury, so I'm very lucky. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to create, where we've got the gaps, so 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to place the next Christmas bauble line in between the other, sort of in between the tops of these two, if that makes sense. So we're going to create a row of 5, then a 4, then a 3, then a 2, and then of 1. And then we're going to have a look to see what it looks like when we finish with that. And I don't think that will be the end of it. I think we're going to layer them as well, because we might as well use quite a few. So just add some hot glue and just press it down. And I don't know about you, but I do like to mix things up every year. Every year there's something different that I see that I think, oh, I really want to try that, and different colours. For one of the first times I have used a load of ribbon this year for our trees. I'd seen it being done, and I really like the effect of it. And the great thing with that is that you can just mix it up every year and have different colour ribbons, so you kind of get a different tree. I see. Good, thanks. I've been making crochet poppy wreaths for friends. I saw your poppy wreaths. They are amazing. I am so rubbish at crocheting. I wish I had your skill. Getting ready for Christmas ones now. Let's have a look. Sorry, it doesn't show the whole of the... Hope you and yours are well. Yeah, we're very well, thank you. We're keeping really well. Yeah, we're very fortunate that, as I said, we can work from home, so we can stay nice and safe. It's the end of lockdown in Wales. I saw that. I saw a load of people go and get their hair cut. I was fortunate enough, I managed to get my hair cut. When did I have my hair cut? On Wednesday. I rang them and said, could you do me a favour? And she said, yeah, we've got a slot. We had a cancellation. They had quite a few cancellations. So I know I missed out on my haircut the first lockdown, and it was getting to the stage where I thought I might have to take the scissors to it myself. But this time I managed to actually get an appointment, which was great. So that was the second row. So the next row, obviously, we're going to be doing the 3 and then the 2 and the 1. And I really like the combination of the different baubles. As I said, for $2.99 that box was, and I think I'll probably have quite a few left over as well that I can add to the tray. So I'm just mixing and matching the different colours. Yeah, so our IKEA furniture in the bedroom is up. It's amazing how long that takes. it took me, mind you, there was one bit that I put it together wrong, so that doesn't help. Had to take it back, had to take it apart again. Wasn't the end of the world. Fortunately, there's no gluing involved there, because that would not have been a lot of fun. But I've got quite a few boxes of Christmas stuff that need to go back. I need to go back up in the loft. Need to have a bit of a sort out. Oh, glue stick's not sticking. And of course, they've got the glitter ones as well. Got some glittery ones on there. So it's getting there. We're just building it up. And I think that's going to look really, really nice when it's finished. And you don't have to buy a new picture frame. You can just use an old one that you've got to hand somewhere. Let's go for a nice glittery one. I ordered quite a few bits and pieces. Well, I bought quite a few bits and pieces for doing some craft project coming up, but I ordered quite a lot of stuff as well. And of course that still has been coming through. And I forget what I ordered. It's like Christmas most days here, because stuff comes through and I can't remember for the life of me what I actually ordered from where. So it's a bit of a surprise every day, which is quite good. I was very surprised actually. I went into the range the other day because we needed some, what did we need? Kitchen roll. And everything was just open as normal, which really surprised me. I would have thought, because I know definitely in Wales they closed quite a few things down. I think they had some problems there though, which is probably why they haven't closed down certain sections here. But yeah, there's still lots of stuff open. And that is basically the first sort of layer done. Now I'm not going to leave it at that. The gaps, because I don't want any of the paper to show, so the gaps in between I'm actually going to fill up with some more little baubles. So we're kind of going to put a second layer on top in between where all the gaps are showing. And that was the reason why, I mean, not that the glass could have gone on there anyway, but that was one of the reasons why the glass definitely couldn't have gone on. Even if you've got a shadow box, it probably would be too thick to stick out. But you could leave it like that. You could absolutely leave it like that. You could finish it off with a bow on the top or some greenery or something like that. And I think that's looking, you can't quite see it, but it's lovely and sparkly as well. It looks really, really nice. So I'm just going to continue to just layer this up. So on here, where I've got in the corner some of the gold ones, I'm just going to mix it up and just do some of the, oh sorry, off camera, do some of the colours, mix it up and go for a green one, and then probably go for a nice sparkly sort of gold one there. Probably going to do it at a slight angle, but yeah, kind of just layering them like this. Now with the glue, I'm just kind of going to see where it touches and then glue it down. I'll probably glue it down on here rather than on the actual bauble itself, and just press it down on there. And get glue everywhere apart from on the bauble. And there you go. And just the first one is on there. So I'm going to repeat that and just fill up all the little gaps on here. So you're kind of creating a second little Christmas tree on top of the first one that you've done, just to fill up all the bits. And if you don't like the gap at the top, I know I've left a little bit of a gap at the bottom. The gap at the top is slightly bigger. You could finish it off. You can have a little star on there if you want to, or you can add some greenery. But just to have that propped on the side, I think will look really, really nice. And of course, you can hang it up somewhere if you want to. So let me go for the next one. I'm going to go for a nice glittery one. Just kind of glue them down at an angle. I always say it doesn't have to be perfect. It's your creation. Ooh. And I'm not going for perfection. I'm just kind of just filling them up. Let's have a look. Would it work with the top of the bauble facing downwards into the space? Yeah, that might well do. I can absolutely try that. So you can't see the bauble or the actual top. That was one of the things I did with the wreath actually that we've got coming up in a couple of weeks time. Like with a polystyrene wreath, you kind of push them in there and then you don't see the tops. It's personal preference, I suppose, whether you want to have the baubles sticking out or whether you want to put them in the gap. But as you say, I've done it like in between the gaps, so if you want to fill it up and then you don't actually see the top, that you can absolutely do that. So that's looking really, really good. So yeah, good suggestion, well done. I see Gillian has joined us and Sally's joined us. So I'm just going to glue this down. Last year, it's quite funny actually, I had, as you know, I'm always shopping on Facebook or Marketplace, and there was an advert and this lady was getting rid of Christmas baubles, and I had bags full. Now when I say I had bags full, I went with a friend to go and collect them, and they could barely fit in her car, and I think I paid something like £45 for literally bags and bags and bags full of baubles. They were absolutely tons of them. So I've got loads of baubles up in the loft. So what I was thinking, if you wanted to, obviously you could do the same project and you can do it with bigger baubles if you wanted to. So that's the second layer that I've kind of, you can see it like this better. Obviously with the camera it's a little bit difficult, but you can see where the gaps have been filled up. So I'm going to repeat the same process on here and just kind of just fill that up. So if you did it, yeah, if you did it with bigger ones, let me just take that one off and glue that down as well. You'd need a big frame, obviously. Oh, for that be kind of fun. Oh, that hurt. I just burned myself. Oh, that wasn't pleasant. Yeah, I don't quite know. The idea was that I was going to be making loads of wreaths this year and try to sell them. But for one reason is that I couldn't find any sort of cheap wreaths. I suppose I could do them online. I can get them online. Oh, thank you, Harriet. I was just reading it and just layering it. She said she wouldn't have thought of just sort of, you know, using that to make a little picture. It's just a little bit of a fun project, to be honest. I mean, if you've got some small ones, as I said, you can go as big if you want to. You can use proper baubles, make a really, really big one. But yeah, it's just a bit of a fun project to do. And for £2.99 for the packet, it's not a lot of money. And as I said at the beginning of the video, for those of you who didn't catch the beginning, you can always catch the replay, but this thing from the works is absolutely brilliant. That's what I've used for the background. One of these sheets, £3. I know on Amazon and I know in Hobbycraft and places like that, they charge at least £10 for this. It's double-sided as well, so I don't know whether the works is open actually. Probably, I don't know whether they're classed as essential. Probably not. So when they're back open, I suggest go and have a look. They've really, really got a lot of good stuff. Another thing I've been keeping my eye out for was there was a sledge that I really, really wanted, but they didn't have them online anymore. So I might keep an eye on that. So I'm just filling in the gaps, and it's nearly finished, and I think that's looking really, really nice. Let's go for a nice red one. Need another one of these. See, Sam's joined us. And if you guys have got any suggestions or any projects that you're doing, please send me a message, share it. I'd love to see your creations. I'd love to see what you're getting up to when you're doing your Christmas stuff. And I'm going to go for a nice glittery gold one at the top. Reminds me of like the Ferrero Rochers. That's the point. You could do it with Ferrero Rochers. Wouldn't last very long in this house, mind you. They'd be eaten very, very quickly. and that is taken me, whenever you see me looking that way, there's a clock that we've got hanging in the kitchen. So I was just looking to see how long that's taken me. That's taken me half an hour. That's all it's taken me, half an hour, just to create a fun little picture. So Sparky's saying, where are the baubles from? I'm sure I bought them in the range. It was a pack for, let me close them for a second. It was a pack, and I've still got loads left, for $2.99. They came in a pack like this, and I had a little bow on top of them as well. So $2.99. I'm pretty sure I got them in the range in the Christmas display, and they're really, really cute little baubles in all different colours, and you can see the glitter on the camera there, and it's just a bit of a fun picture that you can make in half an hour for not a lot of money. The frame cost me £3.50 plus the baubles, but if you've got a frame to hand and a bit of paper or something like that as a background, then you're all good to go. A bit of hot glue and you can make this. If you want to have it hanging up or just standing on the side somewhere, and of course you can go for a different background, and as I said before, you can finish it off with like a bow on the top or something like that, but I think that's looking really, really nice. Super simple and just a lot of fun to do. So that was it. That was a very, very quick project. Let's have a look. Diane says she loves it. Thank you very, very much, Diane. I really appreciate it. As always, if you guys could sprinkle the video for me, I'd be really, really grateful. I am going to try and see if I can get some sneaky little projects in. Some of them might be a couple of simple projects, and I might be doing some more sort of, elaborate ones. But I might hop on here and there to have a look to see what I can share, because I'm doing lots of bits and pieces around the house, and just hop on and have a bit of a chat with you guys. It'd be lovely to see you. So if you can join me on my lives, absolutely amazing. You can always catch the replay if you want to. If you've got any comments or any questions, pop it in the comments box. Ask me anything. I will always get back to you. If you need any help or anything like that, or if you want to know where I get the supplies from, yeah, just drop me a line. Chris says, I love it. Well done, Marianne. Another fab item as always. Definitely going to try doing it. Fantastic. Really, and that's what I like. I just really like sharing it, and I'm so pleased that you guys are taking the inspiration from it and going to go and have a go at it yourself. So please let me know how you get on, and if you've got any questions, just pop me a line. And I see Michelle, love this sprinkled. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening. As always, have a lovely, lovely week, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.